It's the best decision I've ever made. Hey guys, it's Rita and Halad. My name is Rita. I'm a registered dental hygienist. I've been a dental hygienist for nearly 9 years. Yes! Nearly 9 years. It's exactly 2 months till I'll make 9 years as a dental hygienist. I love this job and it's a career that I would definitely recommend to anyone that's looking to change jobs, that wants to try something new, or any dental nurses out there that want to be dental hygienists. It's the best decision I've ever made. Being a dental hygienist has its pros and cons. So today I'm here to talk about my life as a dental hygienist, how it is as a dental hygienist, the pros, the cons. I mean, how the journey has been for me, really. So that's what I'm going to talk about. The pros. I'll start with the pros because everyone wants to hear the positive side of things, don't you? So I'm mainly going to talk about that first, and then I'll get into the cons and everything else. Right? Being a dental hygienist is exciting, it's rewarding, it's one of the best jobs, and it's so satisfying. The good things about this job, or the pros about this job, is it's well paid. Another pro is you got freedom to work in either a small practice or a big corporate company. Another pro about this job is you can choose to be either self-employed or employed. Obviously, being self-employed has its pros as well and cons, and being employed has its pros and cons. That's another video for another day because it's a lot to go into as well. You've got a chance to go into multiple degrees as a dental hygienist. There's so much you can do on top of being a dental hygienist. So there's so many degrees out there to look into. There's an option to work part-time. I think this job is perfect for mothers because you can go part-time and just work 2 to 3 days a week and still earn a decent wage and still be happy. So that's a good thing about the job. So when I got to the cons, it's not because I don't like the job. It's not because I'm being negative about the job. It's because in every job, every career, there's negativity and positivity. And we don't want to just hear the positive, we can hear the negative as well. So the negative bits about this job is, if you work as a temp, let's say you're sort of working in different practices, you don't get to connect with people. It's always like you're a stranger to them in most cases, unless you've been in a place for a very long time. Obviously, they get used to you, but in most cases, you're such a stranger. It can be quite a lonely job because you work by yourself in most cases. So you'll be in your room by yourself, dealing with your patients, sorting out your instruments, sorting out your everything, just by yourself, which it can be lonely. But to be honest, after 9 years, I think I love it. I've got used to it and it doesn't bother me. So it could be a con for some people, but it's both con and pro for me. Yeah. Another con about this job is body breakdown. We do get some pain in our wrists, pain in the shoulders, backache. You could get any sort of pain. So you got to think about the pains that you might get. It is so repetitive as well. So for some people, they don't like that. But for me, I feel like even if it looks like it's repetitive, for me, it feels like it's not that much because every patient is different. Every type of mouth is different. The calculus will be different from the other patient to the next patient. So I still think you get a different ball game for every patient. With body X, once you get body X, you need to see your physio like as soon as possible. But don't wait to see what will happen because you might end up taking off work. And remember, you're self-employed. And if you're self-employed, that's not good for you. Not good. We also got exposed to quite a lot of hazards, spit, saliva, mucus, you name it, blood. So you have to really protect yourself because you could catch anything from it. So you have to be on top of your PPE at all times. So for me, those are the pros and cons for the dental hygienist. But I still love my job regardless of the cons, and I would recommend it to other people. My journey as a dental hygienist has been amazing and is still amazing. I love it. I think it's perfect for me as a mom, and I get to spend decent time with my boys or my family. Me, I can't complain. Right? So that's one thing that I would recommend other people that are looking into dental hygiene to think about. It's perfect for motherhood. What downsides have I had? At some point I've worked as a temp hygiene. Temp hygiene means you work with an agency, they find you work on a daily basis, they recommend you to a place, then you go to the place and see the patient. The only downside about that, as I said, you are a stranger to the practice, so it won't be the same as you working in your usual practice. You can get to a practice, you walk in, you don't know what you're walking into. For all you know, you could walk into a practice and everything is very old-fashioned. There's new systems every practice you go to. Some systems you might know, some systems you might not know. I mean computer systems. But ultimately, is what it is. You just have to go in and get your job done, get paid and go home. So that's one thing. Another thing I've loved about dental hygiene is I've managed to get more training to do other extra bits like teeth whitening, so I can do teeth whitening, and I'm planning to do a lot more in the future. So that's it from me today. If you have any questions about dental hygiene, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. If you want to know anything about being a dental hygienist in the UK, I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Reese and her lads.